I became addicted.
I can't even say the word.
I almost lost my job.
I didn't understand why they were banned.
You know the book Crank by Ellen Hopkins? It was banned at our school. Everyone had heard about the drug use in it, but nobody talked about the repercussions of it.
Did you know they passed a law in Tennessee? You can't even say the word. My school followed suit. My friend had no one to talk to.
To Kill a Mockingbird is a classic, but they told me I couldn't teach it. That any book that uses the N-word is to be taken off the school shelves.
I know books like Harry Potter have been banned. Apparently they dealt with the occult or something. It's not like we haven't all watched the movies. What was really shocking is when some schools had actually banned James and the Giant Peach.
We were never taught about the repercussions. We were young. A few of my friends decided they wanted to try this stuff out. Who doesn't want to defy authority sometimes?
I decided to teach Kill a Mockingbird anyway. It was my classroom. And besides, the N-word isn't what defines that book.
He had friends he could talk to, but he needed someone in authority, someone he could look up to.
Did you know that it was challenged because it encourages kids to disobey their parents?
The book is more about tolerance and understanding. Atticus Finch says you don't understand a person until you've walked in their shoes.
It started with weed. A friend of mine knew where to get some. It was fun at first. We started having more parties, led to more drugs.
He told me what he was, how he didn't want to be. He said that if they banned talking about it, then there must be something wrong with him, right?
What was the worst that could happen? I got a call from a concerned parent.
I went on the web looking for more books that had been banned. I found a whole pile. So I decided to stop by Chapters and read them there. I didn't bring them home so that my parents would find out.
He could talk to his parents. He didn't want them to look at him any differently. So he told me.
I couldn't concentrate on my work and my grades started slipping. And how did I deal with all this? Drowning it out with more drugs.
I read a few of them and I couldn't understand why they were being banned. I mean, honestly, I thought I was being pranked.
The kids were reading the book and they really seemed to like it, but this parent was very unhappy. She hadn't read the book herself, however, she did know it was banned.
I was the only one that knew. But everybody else called him names like Faggy Boy and Queer Bear. He didn't actually know what he was going through.
We started getting high off whatever we could. No one was willing to tell us what we were doing wrong.
I was contacted later by the school board. They told me I had a meeting with the PTA that I could possibly lose my job. This is what I'd worked so hard for. I finally had my own classroom. I just wanted to teach a book about tolerance, and someone who hadn't even read the book was contesting this.
I fought with the school all the time about it. I wasn't getting anywhere. They tried to ban Lady Gaga, so I decided to stick that on my iPod. And they said we couldn't watch videos during lunch hour, like True Blood. So I decided to stick that on my iPod as well.
We became addicted, but no one ever told us what addicted meant. The books were banned, the teachers didn't talk about it. Yeah, there was health class, but who listens in health class? It's not that important. Even the teachers who teach it tell you that. You don't need it to graduate, and all we ever did was watch movies.
My friend, he was gay.
One party got really out of hand. My friend overdosed. We didn't understand it, and someone called 911. The cops and the ambulance showed up. My friend was okay after, but we were all underage.
I was honestly trying to do the right thing. I wanted the kids to read a classic and to see how the use of the N-word was bad. Even though this book uses that word, it teaches us how we shouldn't judge people on appearances alone.
I spent more time in the principal's office that year than I ever had before. They were being really strict with this crap. So when they decided that they're going to start banning or censoring tattoos and piercings, I figured, what the hell.
My friend became depressed, so I decided to go to my teacher. I wanted to tell him that people were using hateful words like fag and gay. But because he couldn't talk about it, he brushed it off and said, lucky for us, no one's living that lifestyle here.
My friend made it through, but we were all reported. We had to do community service to make sure that we brought our grades back up.
They had just told my friend that he wasn't an outcast. That if they had just educated my other friends and even the homophobes, maybe it would be different.
I was let off with a warning. My contract was debated, but I was allowed to finish up the school year.
I got a tattoo after. Red octagon with the word authority in it. Overall image, stop authority.
By hiding the books from us and not showing us the repercussions, They didn't get to teach us about drug abuse. I had a criminal record at 16.
I was given strict guidelines, and the principal stopped saying to check up. I have to abide by the curriculum.
I decided after high school that I'd probably do a poli-sci degree. That way, hopefully, one day I could become a politician and make some real changes.
My friend, he just wanted answers. Answers that the teachers couldn't give him because they were forced to keep quiet. He couldn't deal with the pressure of being one thing and knowing another. He committed suicide.